Good day everyone. I'm here because I promised that after each board of AIAC I would give you an update. So we had a board of AIAC this week in Ottawa on February 20th, so I thought I'd share what we discussed at the board. So one of the first things we discussed was really a follow-up on the Emerson report and its implementation. As you know, it's really one of our priorities this year. Of course, the AIAC staff had numerous meetings already as of this time with ministers and their officials to try to see what could actually be included in the budget. As we know, the federal budget will be published in the next few weeks, probably in March. We don't know exactly when. So hopefully we'll see in there something like the refinancing of SADI, ideally with modification in terms and conditions. Also, we hope that there's going to be a new technology demonstration program. We hope also they will put an emphasis on increased R&D collaboration, and ideally something for R&D for the space area. But of course we don't know what's going to be in the budget, but we're hopeful that there should be statements in there, hopefully some money, but we know it's going to be a tough budget for Canadians, so we'll see. Of course the budget is going to be a first step. There's going to be a lot of many more steps that will need to take place to actually make sure that there's a real implementation. Right now, Industry Canada received the official mandate from the Prime Minister's office to coordinate the government's response. So at this point in time, they have created some interdepartmental committees to see how the government is going to implement the report. One thing that we noted at the board is that they did not create a committee focused on small business. There was a concern, so we'll see what we can do about that. But they've created a committee on supplier development, and they mirror other working groups of Emerson, but not small business. So we noted that concern, and we'll see what we can do about it. On the AIAC side, of course, you know that we are restructuring our committees right now to really be ready to further the implementation. So hopefully your companies will join the committee and help us on the implementation. One other thing that we discussed is that there was another report that was actually issued last week. This one was by Tom Jenkins. It's entitled Canada First, Leveraging Defense Procurement Through Key Industrial Capabilities. And Tom Jenkins was actually at our board, on the phone, but at our board to actually present his report. And he gave us advice on how AIAC could help move forward with the defense aspect and defense procurement aspect of his report. Of course, we have a committee at AIAC focused on aerospace procurement, so definitely we'll see how we can actually leverage that report. They're actually complementary, Emerson and Jenkins, and they work together to make sure they would use the same terminology, so it's very encouraging. Another update is regarding the Aerospace Caucus. We now have 26 members of Parliament that are part of the Aerospace Caucus. They have a full program this year. They've reached out to AIAC. They said they want to do site visits of industry in April, so we will try to influence them, encourage them to visit various areas of our industry, really demonstrate our capabilities. So OEMs, other Tier 1s, Tier 2s, small business as well, MRO, make sure they have a good understanding of the capability of our industry. On our side at AIAC, of course, we'll continue meeting with the caucus, but we are planning our own day on the Hill, but in the fall, so more will come on that in the coming months. We received a business plan update from our CEO, Jim Quick. It's very encouraging because in progress or completed, we have 74% of our actions. So we have a number of priorities, but there are a number of things that are going on, and everything's online for Q2, so that's really good. Perhaps the last update is regarding our governance. So there's a little bit of movement at the board. Someone left the Boeing company, so we have a new member representing Boeing, Rick Jensen, and on the executive, so there's been some movement there, so we had to revert to the second person that won the election. So David Gosson will join our executive, and now we'll have a member representing space on the executive, and that's Ian Christie from NEPTEC. and that will also increase the representation of small business on the executive committee, so that's very good. And the last point is really that we created a committee to actually better define the responsibility, the relationship and the roles basically of the provincial association, regional association with AIAC. Right now there's a little bit of friction, sometimes confusion, and we think it's very important that we have a partnership with the provincial and regional associations, so there was a lot of enthusiasm to actually create that committee. committee. 10 members of the board actually volunteered to be on that committee. So we asked them that by June they should come back to us and report on how we should move forward. And so we're very encouraged by that as well. So that's it for now, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks.